What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll just be going over my CWL attacks from the most recent CWL. And let's take a look here at the CWL week. It just ended for us, and we were up in Champions League 2 fighting with some pretty tough clans. And if we go over to our group and then over to our clan, you can see that I was at the top with 19 stars. That means I had 5 triples out of the 7 days. And we're going to go through each attack to see where I failed at and see why I failed and how I would have fixed it and all that other stuff. But almost had a perfect week. I just couldn't get 2 days to get that 3-star. We're going to go through each day to show you what we mean. We came in second place in the Champions League 2 league. We did pretty well. The first match we went against, we actually lost by 2 stars. But let's take a look at my attack here. So starting off on day 1, let's go ahead and jump right into it. And alright, so this base is pretty popular. I've gone against this base a lot, and I figured out how to beat it pretty easily. And every single attack that I'm going to be doing over the week, I use Queen Charge Hybrid. It's just the most comfortable for me, and I prefer it over like Yetis or any of the other attacks. And so with this base, what I was trying to do was just cut off the defenses on this side right here. So if I could get the queen to take down these two right here, and the king on the left side right there, I could get the hybrid to come through this part, and they wouldn't be swayed to go left or right. So that was the plan. That was the basic plan. There's a lot more planning than that, but CC gets pulled. They get taken out pretty easily. The siege barracks come on the top side along with the queen, and I place a rage down, panicking to get the queen to get moving, because I thought she was gonna die, but her queen ability gets popped, and it was a little nerve-wracking. This is my first CWL with the clan. It's a game feed. And you can see there, hogs and miners are coming in. They're just going to surge right on in, heal coming down, and they're going to absolutely destroy the base. So, I mean, ground got nerfed, right? But, I mean, I'm still doing pretty well with the hybrid attack. Again, you're going to see all the attacks here in a moment. I've been using hybrid all week, and it's been doing pretty good. You're going to see in the fails, the first fail I had, it was my fault because I did something that I wasn't supposed to do too fast. It was like a panicky thing, and I accidentally did something wrong. And then for the second one that I messed up on, I just didn't get enough luck on my side, because it honestly came down to luck for that attack, and it just wasn't. I'll show you guys what I mean when we get to those replays. But this base is pretty much wiped here, and I mean, the hybrid attack is still pretty strong. It's probably one of the strongest attacks still right now, and that's why I was using it in CWL. It's just more comfortable for me. I like the control you have with hybrid. You just gotta set up the pathing for hybrid, and you're pretty much set on the base. As long as you can visualize the pathing and how you're gonna set up this and keep them from going on the outside and this and that, you pretty much could be getting the 3-star every single time. So let's go ahead and move on to day 2 here. Alright, so here's my day 2 attack against this war base, and it's number 15 on the other guy's team. So for each day, by the way, I didn't really choose the base I want to go against. I let everybody else on the team choose what base they wanted first, and then I kind of just, whatever was left, I would pick from, or if it was just one base, I would go with. That's how comfortable I am with the strategy with hybrid, because, as long as I can get the pathing down, as long as I can see the pathing, and I'd be like, okay, I can put him there and do that, it really works out for me. That's why hybrid is so strong, because as long as you can make the pathing with the attack strategy, you have a good chance at 3-starring, high 2 stars, all that good stuff. But I'm queen charging instead of doing like the queen walk that I did in the last replay. The town hall's by itself. It's kind of isolated, very easy to break in, take it down. Don't need to waste like a jump or anything, or a blimp bomb. You can just queen charge it, couple wall breakers, easy money all day. Also with this one, I also checked the CC for not like actually checked it, but like what I would do is look at the CC of other opponents, like other bases, and some of them have the same theme of doing the exact same CC over and over and over again. So I would check all the bases that have been hit, and if all the CC is the same, then I know what's in the CC. So this one had a witch, a baby dragon, and I believe an ice golem, and I think I swagged that poison right there. But the reason that I didn't really worry about pulling the CC in this one, because that's something that you usually do with the hybrid attack, is because it was a damage CC. And if the damage CC went head on with my hybrid, I could easily just poison them. They would die off. It would not really be that much of a big deal. If it was a hound or a dragon, it might be a little more difficult, because the world champion would get stuck on the hound, or if the world champion leaves and the dragon is with the hybrid, it'll destroy it. But with this one, the You know, the hybrid attack absolutely destroys the base. CC wasn't really that much of a worry, and as you can see here, it's going to be pretty much an easy wipe, and absolutely destroyed the base here. So most of the attacks, pretty much all the attacks, are on bases that I chose towards the end of the war, and that's kind of what I was doing throughout the entirety of the war. So another E3 star from me, and we'll continue on to day 3 to see what else I can do. Alright, here's day 3's war base, and oh yeah, I remember attacking this base. And again, every single base, well, most of the bases I got were a result of everybody else choosing the bases they wanted first, and then I just picked from whatever was left. I tried to attack usually before I went to bed, so if, you know, there was a couple bases left before I went to bed, because the wars ended at like 2 a.m., so I would go to bed around like 11. And so I would pick the bases, you know, whatever was left, I would go for the best one, and then, you know, go from there. So for this one, did I get the triple or not? Let me know what you guys think. This is day 3. And I'm setting up the funnel on the left and right side. I remember deliberately, like, you know, if my king goes to the right side, I'll be good, man. Like, everything that I did for these attacks, it was like meticulously planned, and like I literally sat there for like 30-45 minutes just staring at the base. Oh, where should I go from there, from that? You know, just visualizing the pathing. Once I understand, like, okay, this is where the pathing is gonna go, that's what I'm gonna do. That's how it's gonna happen. So as long as I get the pathing for each of the bases I hit, I usually got the triple. But for this one, you can see the hybrids there by itself on the back side. Blimp Bomb comes in by itself behind the sweepers and smashes right in. After I did this attack, I believe one of the members, I believe it was Wyatt, that says make sure to catch the blimp with the Grand Warden ability, because I got actually kind of lucky with this. If there was 2 black air mines on the way to that blimp would have gone down. I wouldn't have had the town hall right away, and it might have actually been a 1-star. So that's something I kept in mind with some of my attacks. Especially like Legend League and just practicing, you know, sending the blimp in and, you know, watering it and stuff like that. So, but you can see here it's wrapping up pretty easily, pretty nicely. This is going to be day 3. That's 3 triples in a row. And where do I mess up on? What do you guys think? If anybody from It's a Games feed is watching, don't tell nobody. Don't put a comment in there saying you know which day it was. Of course you guys will, but you know, it was a pretty good week for me. It's probably one of the best weeks I've ever had in CWL in general. Unfortunately, I was unable to get the perfect week. Next time, maybe I will be able to do it. I just, you know, you'll see the day that I mess up on, and I'll point out exactly what happened and what went wrong and all that. But it was kind of bad. All right, next up here we got a ring base. We're going against number 14 in the ring base. Is this the day that I fail on? This base I hate, by the way. I hate going against this base. But CC was easy lureable. I also noticed that on this base, if you see right here, look at all the damage on the side. So if I could, what my thoughts were, if I could just get through all that damage, I have a very good chance of getting the 3-star, because there's 2 scatter shots, eagle, X-bows. Look at, I mean, tons of archer towers. I mean, there's a lot of value over there. So if I can just get my hybrid to go through all of that, I could probably get the 3-star, because on the backside there's not much over here. I mean, there's, you know, a couple of X-bows, but I just knew that if I could get through, oh, by the way, there was 4 Tessas over here, by the way, that threw me off, and I used 2 loons to take down 4. That threw me off so much, but I took care of it. Anyway, if I could get through that damage part, like I said, the chances of me getting that 3-star was a lot higher than if I went from the other side. Because I was also thinking of queen charging from this side and, you know, trying to opening up the base from there, or queen charging from this side. I mean, there's a lot of thinking involved with these attacks. Because, you know, I wanted to, it was my first war with the clan, or my first CWL with the clan. I wanted to impress. I want to stay on the roster for the next time, because first of all, you get a lot of medals, and you get the chance of being pushed up to Champions League 1. I'll show you guys. I think I like briefly went over, like I skipped over the results last time. I'll show you guys at the end here how close we were to getting into Champions League 1, which is going to be pretty exciting once we get there. But here we go. Grand Warden's pushing in, and again, did I not use the Grand Warden ability with the blimp? I'm not sure. I didn't see it. But the blimp's straight into the town hall, hits the tornado trap. It's not really a big deal. It goes down. Town hall's going to go down, and as you can see here, my prediction was right. As soon as I took down this heavy side over here, I mean, there's not really much left on the backside to stop the attack. So this is probably, actually, it's going to end up in another easy triple. But yeah, if anyone's struggling with that type of base and you're using hybrid, there you go. That's how you beat it. So what I did, I basically just broke in from, I don't think I got the wall break on that side. The queen just kind of walked that way, and I just had the hybrid come in, clear that side, blimp bomb right behind them. You know, snipe off the town hall, and then place your heals and rages. and you should be good to go, man. I mean, that's how I wanted to take down the base, and that's exactly what happened. All right, here we have day 5's base. Now for this base, this one is it's like the Itsu base, but it's a little bit different. You notice that the town hall's in the middle, the clan castle's moved up, the bomb towers are moved away, and the Inferno Tower is moved to the middle, and they're all on multi. They're all on multi instead of the singles. So for this one, you know, I tripled a base in our other war that looked like this, except it was the original base. And I knew I could triple this one again. I just had to approach it in a similar way that I beat the other base. And that's what I'm doing here. I needed to get the CC out the way, because I didn't know what was going to be in there. I think this one, everybody had different stuff in their clan castle. So I had to get the CC out the way because I didn't know what it was. Hound gets destroyed here. Queen's going to do the exact same thing that I did on the original base, which is take down this compartment. This is usually where the town hall would be, right here. And then I have the king on the right side. And then I'm going to form the path for the hybrid to come right through here, right to the town hall. And, you know, rage, warden, hope for the best. And that's exactly what I did. So I went with the blimp bomb hybrid attack on this one. That's what I did all week. Is this I just use hybrid. Hybrid is extremely powerful, and again, I adapted it pretty much to any base. I think this is one of the bases I called kind of early, maybe. I still let everybody decide. You know, I think I still waited a good amount of time, but out of the remaining bases, I think I called this one because I literally tripled a base that looked exactly like this in a sense. You know, like I said, the original base is a little different in the feeder clan, because I was also in the CWL for the feeder clan as well. So Town Hall goes down there pretty easily, and I've wiped out the 3 Inferno Tower compartments. That last scatter shot is being targeted now, and now all I have to deal with is the back side, which has an eagle, a couple X-bows, and I think all the Hog Riders went down here. That's the theme of this hybrid attack. A lot of the Hog Riders seem to die out most of the attacks, and you just end up with the miners. So if you ever sacrifice any troops for more, definitely recommend bringing more miners. So like if sometimes I don't bring the wall breakers because I'll queen walk, I'll bring more miners because the miners seem to outlast the Hog Riders all the time. Hog Riders seem to die pretty instantaneously, not instantaneously, but they die pretty quickly. So definitely recommend, if you ever sacrifice troops to bring more of the hogs or miners, definitely choose the miners. Miners seem to outlast the Hog Riders more. But another triple, that's 5 days in a row. And so that means that you guys obviously know that the 6th and the 7th day are the days that I messed up. Let's go ahead and go through both of them, and I'm going to show you why I messed up and how I could have fixed it, kind of thing. This is the first one. What bait did I tag? There it is, number 1. This one I could have tripled if I just did not make the mistake that I did. So you're going to see here, this is going to be a time fail. And I had everything planned out perfectly. We're queen charging the town hall. I thought about every direction she would go in, and you know, okay, if she goes this way, town hall is gonna come out, or CC, or she can engage the king. Gotta get my freeze ready. You know, I was thinking of every possibility with this attack strategy. Oh, the Teslas could be there, kind of thing. I didn't know the tornado trap was gonna be there, but I think that's to protect against the blimp bomb. But queen charge is gonna come in. King's gonna push in. I had to pop his ability pretty fast. And you'll notice it kind of happened really fast, but I popped the queen ability on accident. Way too early. And this probably is what cost me the attack here. Everything else goes perfectly. But because I pressed the queen ability too early, I think she ends up dying on me a little bit too early, and I don't get the value that I want from her. She gets the town hall. King clears that side. And I'm waiting for her to pull the CC before I start my hog, my hybrid attack. So I knew there was a hound in there because the attacks or the CCs for every other base was a hound. So I had to get rid of it before I send my hybrid in. I did not want my royal champion to get stuck on it. So Siege Barracks comes down, and I mean, it just is so unfortunate that I accidentally, because the king and queen, their pictures are right next to each other. So I placed the king down in a panic because I noticed she was going to the right, and I had to click his ability quickly. But I accidentally clicked her ability, so I had to click his ability, so I ended up wasting her ability a little bit earlier than I wanted to. So if I kept her ability, you'll see here she goes towards this wall over here. Potentially she could have broken through that with her ability and cleared this compartment, and it would have resulted in a 3-star, no problem. But as you can see here, hybrid's coming in. I'm going 2 times it. Hybrid's coming in, doing my normal thing. Heal, rage, royal champions behind there. But look, so Queen's getting stuck on this wall right here. If she would have broken that with her ability, she could have taken down the Inferno Tower and potentially maybe a cannon or Archer Tower. But you'll see here that the attack runs out of steam, and I get all the defenses down, but I'm going to run out of time because there's just so much left over, and I don't have enough left to take down the base. This could have been a 3-star had I not panicked and pressed the wrong hero ability. That's exactly what happened, and after it happened, I was so mad, man. I was so mad, but that's how my streak came to an end. So the first 5 days, I had literally 5 triples in a row. It was getting pretty high. It was pretty nerve-wracking too, because again, when it compounds like that, the nerves, they follow you. They follow you in every war. So, and then here's war 7. I was hoping to get 6 out of 7 triples, but for this one, I attacked really early on this one. I was like one of the first attackers because this base was marked. I think someone marked it as 3 this base earlier. So I'm assuming they wanted me to attack the base, and that's why I did. So Queen charge is coming in, and on this one, I just get unlucky. All right, I get super unlucky with this base. All right, so this is another ring base, and I'm pushing in with my queen here. And what I was trying to do is not get her to go to the left side. I was trying to get her to avoid all the enemy heroes, and I was just trying to get her to come towards like this side. And then like when she gets over here, the king comes this way, hybrid pushes, and then I can just send. See the sweepers? They're pushing in like different directions. You just send this like the blimp, you know, perpendicular to the sweeper, it'll go in pretty easily. But you'll see that she gets attracted to the CC, and Rage comes down. She's gonna take down the Hound, and she's gonna go towards the hero side. And as soon as I notice that she's committing to that side, I'm gonna place my king down along with my hybrid. And again, just like I mentioned on the other side, I'm gonna clear this entire side with the hybrid. They're gonna stay out of the middle because these are kind of far away. And again, you just send the blimp in, you know, from the perpendicular side of the sweepers because they're pointing in the other direction, and you just send them in and you absolutely destroy it. But you'll see here, the reason I did not get the 3-star for this one, the reason I did not get the triple was because of luck, and you'll see what I mean here. So Queen's pushing in. Here comes the hybrid. Here comes the king. He's gonna, you know, stay on the outside and keep the miners on the inside of the base. And then if there are defenses out there, there's none out there, but if there were defenses out there, it would keep the hogs and the miners together. But Warden's pushing it. Everybody's pushing together. Here comes the blimp. Again, I was taking that note to mind with this one, and I believe I popped my Warden ability. There you go. I grabbed the blimp. I grabbed all my troops. The blimp can get in pretty safely. I was actually kind of scared the sweeper would get it, but I guess we're just looking at it. But look. I'm going to half speed it right here. All right, so watch this. I didn't even have time to explain it. So the Yeti, the blimp bomb, I'm going to go one time. The blimp bomb came down on the town hall, and unfortunately, the Yeti mites went down before they could do any significant damage. So the Yeti mites only took, the blimp bomb only took down the town hall. I didn't get anything else with the blimp bomb, which is crazy to think about. They were raged up, so I mean, some of the Yeti mites obviously were traveling towards the multi. You saw the double scatter shot take down the Yeti mites. I mean, they didn't have any chance to really do any damage. That's what cost me the 3-star. If they would have done damage to potentially the multi, or I believe the multi over here was taken down by the world champion, or the scatter shot, definitely the scatter shot. That's huge value right there. I would have had the triple, but as you can see here, it's dwindling down, and I come up with a high 2-star, which is still good. A high 2-star is still good, especially in a CWL setting or a Legend League attack, right? But being that I had 5 triples the previous days, you know, I really wanted that 6th one. And, you know, 6 out of 7 would have been nicer than 5 out of 7. And then, of course, you go any further, 7 out of 7 would have been even better. But as you can see here, we came in second. We lost to the Gold Star King in day 1, and they beat us by 12 stars. We were hoping they would lose in the last round, but honestly, looking at it now, if they did, they would only lose 10 points, or 10 stars. So that means they would have still won anyway, since, you know, they're up by 12. But I think we have a good chance of going to Champions League 1. And you can see there I'm at the top, 19 out of 21 stars. It was a pretty good week for me. I had a good time, learned a lot. Realized that the nerf for the ground attacks really didn't affect anything at all. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't too long or anything like that. If you guys want a breakdown of how to do the hybrid attack, if it's, you know, difficult for you to just watch a video and then, like, you know, do it yourself, I did make a separate video for just the hybrid attack on, you know, step by step what I look for and stuff like that. I might make a new one because that was made like a month or 2 ago, and, you know, using the hybrid attack now, I'm a lot more comfortable. It's a lot easier to use it. and all that good stuff. But that's all I have for the video, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you enjoy it, definitely appreciate like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully we can do well in the next Champions League 2 CWL for next month. But that's all I have for the video, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.